Nothing. Hold on.
We're back.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm telling you, it's been like this. I think because so many people are using lives right now.
Yes. Okay.
So I did one the other day. Same thing happened.
Of course, but now I can't even save the conversation.
Oh, no.
Anyways, so yes, you can go to This Is About Humanity, follow us, learn about what we're doing, COVID relief on the ground. If you donate now, we're tripling the impact. Buy a sweatshirt at Phenomenal. Does that cover the conversation?
I think basically, and just, that you guys are legit and that you guys are helping out these, families that are separated and trying to make them as comfortable as possible with food and medical needs, especially right now during COVID. Oh, that you talked about the mobile medical.
The mobile health clinic, and we're sending that mobile health clinic to shelters in Tijuana where these families who are now kind of in limbo for an undetermined amount of time will be. And we're really just grateful to you for having this conversation, for just lending your platform to them, because really I see this as you allowing your platform to be used for these families, for these kids, and keep them part of the conversation. I know we're all super scared right now about COVID and the pandemic and our own health. And I think it's so important to just remember that everyone feels that way, regardless of where they are in the world or what border exists or where they were born.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
I know. And I hope I can hug you soon.
I know. Can I ask you one more thing? I don't know if you can even talk about it, but can you talk about the thing that you were supposed to do in May and obviously you can't right now?
The best birthday ever?
Yes.
We're going to try to do it virtually. So stand by.
But I love that you do that.
Yeah. So we last year had an event called The Best Birthday Ever, which was for kids who had been separated or who had spent time being detained, basically throwing them a birthday party that probably their family would never be in a position to throw for them. And we had an amazing first one, and we were really excited to do the second one. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, large gatherings are not allowed, but we're thinking about doing a virtual Best Birthday Ever, and having families, the kids receive a birthday present, and you could they'll make a specific request for a gift, and then also, buy like a grocery card for the family. So it was kind of important, to, give a kid something that you don't really need. That's really the definition of a present. And I don't want that to be lost. And I want kids to still be able to be excited about a toy or something that's, totally unnecessary. At the same time, a lot of these families really are either not eligible for relief under the act that was passed, or are too scared to request relief, or just feel uncomfortable doing it. So, giving them the opportunity to be able to buy groceries. I see someone asking, how can we volunteer our time in the future? So you can email, or you can go to the website. We have a website, thisisabouthumanity.com, and you can click on sort of like contact, and you get put into the database. And when this kind of, blows over, we figure out how to be safe and be helpful to people, we'll reach back out with opportunities to get involved. And Francia will be there.
Yes, I will be there. I mean, I love that you're doing this, and thank you for having me on here to talk about this. I mean, this is what humanity is about, right? And also, helping each other out and building community. And I think during this pandemic, we've definitely learned the importance of community, and people and human touch. And just like we miss human touch, these kids and these families miss it as well. So it's super important, if you guys can, to donate and support as much as you can. I know financially things are kind of crazy right now, but I promise you, when you give, you will always receive. The universe, God, whatever you believe in, it gives you right back.
Yeah. And I was just going to say, a lot of times, like, if you can give, that's amazing. And if you can't, sometimes I think people, don't really value their voice or their opinion or their ability to stand up and talk about something. And so I always say, you know, if all you do is have a conversation with your kids, if you have kids about what's happening in the world and these families and what's going on, or if you're talking to a friend and you're willing to kind of say like, hey, I heard about this conversation that Francia was having and it was so interesting, and this is what was going on, and this is an organization that's helping them, you know, I think that that's priceless to me, and it's invaluable, because I think even the reason why we started was because there was such a, you know, uprising of just like people who were saying like, I just don't feel like this situation is right. And that's really kind of what allowed us to step in and say, great, like here are some ways that you can engage, because just normal people were just not feeling comfortable, you know, seeing what was happening with these families. And so I think that that's something that you need to like understand, that like your voice really matters and your opinion really matters. And you might be, you know, an influencer just in your own community with your own friends. You might be the person that people look to see like, well, you know, what's Francia saying? Like, what's her point on this or her take on this? And then it's like you almost give them permission to be able to express that. So please donate if you can, buy a sweatshirt if you can. But, you know, if you can't do any of those things, just continue to support and to speak up and to, you know, use your voice, even if it's just with one person.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Word of mouth is so impactful, and we've learned that with social media. How many times have we seen a meme that we're constantly sharing, and then all of a sudden it goes viral? I mean, these kind of conversations, organizations, we can make them go viral as well, just word of mouth. You know, you can be talking to someone you just met and say, hey, I heard this conversation with Elsa and Francia, and that person be like, oh, I know someone that can donate, or they've been wanting to donate. Like, that's literally how it happens. I mean, I reached out to you recently, you know, there's a company that wants to donate. They just want to do something.
Right.
So, you know, it goes around like that. So rather than sharing memes, you know, share about this organization and figure out a way that you can impact, even if it's just an opinion, if it's not money, and just, you know, if you know people that, you know, want to donate and they have it in their heart, start talking. That's huge. That's a good point.
And I do think that, you know, even when we met and we didn't really know each other, we had people in common. You knew people who had been involved with This Is About Humanity. And so it was like, you know, one point of connection where we were like, oh, we're comadres now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but I do think that, you know, I love that. Yes, you can share a meme or you can share an organization that you care about and, you know, feel really good. And it is hard because like so much about volunteering and giving of your time, you know, we all want to do it in person. And I saw someone commenting about that. Obviously we can't do any of that right now, but, you know, we'll be online about the best birthday ever. You know, it's about just trying to find the ways that we can do it right now. And this is kind of the limitations that we're working with, but know that like everything that we're doing is benefiting, you know, families, and I miss those families right now. You know, I'm used to going down there to the shelters and seeing kind of the same people and like, how's it going? And, you know, some of the people who were coming decided to stay and now they're volunteering at the shelters. And so there was really a community down there of individuals who I like miss and wish I could see right now. So I'm like, okay, what's the next best thing? And it's just really providing them with this and the support that I can give them to, you know, to be as safe as they can be, and all the work that This Is About Humanity is doing. You know, my sister's on the ground and she's getting reports daily about, you know, these shelters. You know, Zoe's constantly reaching out to people to get them engaged. And so we're really just like at home, but probably working harder than ever.
Yeah, and we have the resources too, thankfully. Yeah. So, guys, follow This Is About Humanity. Please donate if you can, or just talk to your friends and let everyone know about this. It's super important. I mean, like I said, now more than ever, we all understand being isolated and not being able to see our loved ones. We at least get to drive down, well, at least I do, PCH, or we get to go to our friend's house. They can't do that. They literally cannot leave. So if you guys can, please donate or just follow along and start the conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much, Francia, and everyone who joined. Thank you. Sorry about I was like Frozen Ribbon.
I'm so sad the other one didn't say.
It's all good. I got the recap all here. It's fine.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye, honey.
Bye.